Hey, what's up, everybody? Mr. Hollywood here, and guess what? It's the final night here, MHL Tonight of the regular season for the Moose Hockey League. Right here, we're live, Flan Fan Network coming at you. As you can take a look here next to me, that's the schedule for tonight. You got Pittsburgh against No Pucks Given, the Oilers taking on Detroit Red Wings, Maine against Trash Pandas, Colorado Avalanche against the Boston Bruins, Egg versus Florida, and Ottawa taking on the Toronto Maple Leafs. Looks like I believe I have two. I have the Colorado Boston one up right now. That should be a fantastic series right there. Two top dogs in the league. And I believe I have the No Pucks Given series against Pittsburgh. Let me just switch that one up because it's actually on a different stream, I believe. Uh, there we go. Got that. I don't see the egg one tonight. I don't know if that one's being played, rescheduled, or whatnot. Usually egg does stream. Um, they're playing against Florida tonight, but don't have that one up yet. Still, no games haven't started, so I'm still checking out Twitch. But we definitely got two here for you guys tonight. Like I said, it's going to be No Pucks Given against Pittsburgh Penguins. We saw the Pittsburgh Penguins last night. We'll see how they do tonight here to finish the regular season. I believe some teams may have some games tomorrow. Not really a lot. Maybe one or two. You know what? I think we got our third one. Let me get the third stream up here. That's the X series. So we do have the X series tonight. Awesome, awesome. So it's a triple feature tonight. Should be a good one. Like I said, a lot of these teams are in the playoffs. Egg and Florida. You got Pittsburgh on here, Colorado and Boston. Um, so this should be great. So here we go. Looks like all three series ready to start up. There's the starting lineups. Actually, could see all of them. It's great. Looks like they're all going to start at the same time. So 9:05 here, and all games about to go on their way here. If you guys just tune in, let me pull up the chat. If anybody in the chat there, I'll be monitoring that as well. I do have that up here, and here we go. Show's about to start. About to kick things off here. Colorado and Boston. That should be a really good one over there. Um, there's still movement there on the top teams as far as seeding wise goes, and let's close it out here before the playoffs. So here we go. Colorado, Boston underway. Colorado with the puck possession at the moment. Had a great night last night against Pittsburgh. Um, Ended up taking both of those last night. Great comeback in game two after a 3-1 deficit. Ended up winning both there against Pittsburgh. It was a hard-fought battle though between both teams. Pittsburgh in action here tonight as well. Tonight's against No Pucks Given. Okay. All right. Let me pull up another one. I think we're gonna get the. Looks like we have a Ottawa versus Toronto series. Brought to you by Weber 61645 at twitch.tv. Make sure you guys hit the guy a follow there. Sorry about that, fellas. Trying to just get this one last one up here. All right, that'll be the fourth stream. So, um, we got a fourth streamer tonight. Awesome, awesome, love it. Love to see it here. That's how we end the regular season. Get the fourth streamer, and this is what we're hoping to get. Come playoff time, hopefully, we'll get this type of action here. So good luck to all teams here tonight. I'll try to keep up with all the action here. It's gonna be a lot going on here at once, and looks like all of them are on the way. Ottawa's about to kick off there against Toronto. We got Viz in the house tonight. How about that? In the lineup, I see that. Uh, made some adjustments here tonight with the fonts, courtesy of Viz. Thank you. Um, Scoreless so far. Nobody on the board. Which team's going to score first? Which game? I'll have that here for you guys. And it's going to be Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh with the great start here tonight. Like I said, tough losses last night. But tonight, getting the opener goal there against no pucks given. And looks like that one was Big Poopy with the goal. Assisted there by Oakland Dad with the assist. 1-0 Pittsburgh, about 13:43 in the first period. And looks like they're going to get a power play opportunity as well. So right away, no pucks given. Not a good start there, giving up the opener goal and then taking a penalty right after that. And that's Woodland with the interference call for no pucks given. So he'll go in the box for 2 minutes. I don't have the player name on that, but it's all good. And we got a goalie cam there for the Ottawa. Once again, that's Weber bringing that. First time here on MHL Tonight. Thank you. Appreciate it. And just like that, Pittsburgh, 2-0. That's going to be a power play goal. Sizzle with the goal. Big Poopy with the assist. That's 2 points for him already here tonight. And Pittsburgh right on top there in the first period. Two goals right off the back. We're scoreless Florida and Egg right now. That one might be a great battle tonight. You got top teams right there. Was it number 2 and 3? Same thing with Boston. Boston, top 4 team against Colorado, the number 1 team. So we get to see the top 4 teams here tonight, which is good. And look at that, Ottawa. Regardless the record here, regardless not making the postseason, look at Ottawa coming out there scoring the first goal with just a minute in almost. And that's supersized that McDollar menu with the opening goal for Ottawa. And I believe that was shorthanded because Toronto's on the power play. So giving up a shorthanded goal here right off the bat. And Ottawa's going to take another penalty. They love the penalties, I guess. They're up 1-0, but 5-on-3 chance here for Toronto. We got a first goal in the Florida Egg series, and it's Florida on goal there with 3:39 in the first period. So Florida scoring the first one there against Ducky and the Egg team. Believe that was Spiritual with the goal for Florida. A lot of action here brought to you guys. In the Colorado game, scoreless after the first. That one's already in the second period. It was a low shot period as well. I think it was only like 2, maybe 3 shots each team. Florida's going to get a power play here. Can they take a 2-goal lead here in the first? Have a great chance here. A minute and a half on the power play. While Toronto struggling on theirs, they had a 5-on-3. Ottawa gets one extra guy back on the ice, and that's going to do it for the power play. So Toronto not able to get anything on that 5-on-3. Toronto able to kill that off, and they hold that 1-0 lead so far, courtesy of McDollar menu with the opener goal for Ottawa. Pittsburgh still up 2-0, 6.5 to go in the first period. And Big Poopy right now for Pittsburgh, coming out big with a goal and an assist on that second goal. 2 points. And looks like we're going to have a power play opportunity once again for Pittsburgh. They already capitalized earlier, and A delay penalty here. So once no puck's given touches that puck, it's going to be a power play for Pittsburgh. Final seconds in the Egg series, still 1-0 Florida. And Ottawa. Ottawa up now 2-0. So 2 straight goals there for the Ottawa Senators. Coming out there. I know Keminator had the assist. I didn't get the goal score. I don't have the player name. That guy. I apologize. But 2-0 Ottawa nonetheless. And it's the man spiritual. Like I said, opener goal for Florida. That's the only goal in that X series so far. 1-0 Florida. We got our first goal finally in Boston, Colorado, and it's Boston. Boston ends up getting the first goal. 15-minute mark there in the second period. So how about that? Against the number 1 team, it's Boston who takes the early lead here so far. And that was Pooh. I believe that's TC. No pucks given. Get on the board. Down 2-0. Now it's a goal game. And was that Jets Killer that scored it? Don't tell me that was Jets Killer. I believe so. And it was shorthanded. So how about Jets Killer getting on the board for no pucks given? 2-1 game. Ottawa now up 3-0. And look at the stats here. Florida and Egg, 10 shots to 1 after the first. You don't see that much, but seems Florida's pretty much controlling this one so far. Up 1-0. And shots on goal definitely in favor. 10-1 for Florida. Pittsburgh not able to score on the power play, and they gave up one, actually. A shorthanded goal by Jets Killer. 2-1 Pittsburgh. Final seconds of play here in the first period. Pittsburgh still up, though. Getting some key shots here, but great saves there by no pucks given. I don't know who's in net there for that. I don't know if it's Hillbilly tonight. It might be. Got a couple of saves there against Pittsburgh. That'll be the end of the first period. 2-1 for Pittsburgh. Ottawa so far dominating Toronto here. 3-0. And they'll get a power play opportunity here as well. And we're still in the first here. So can Ottawa put up 4 goals in the first period on Toronto? No pucks given, despite being outshot here by Pittsburgh, and as well as time and attack well in favor for Pittsburgh. But that shorthanded goal is keeping no pucks given right now in this game, 2-1. Boston still up 1-0. They got about 5 minutes left in the second period. Keeping Colorado scoreless so far. Same thing with Florida. Egg has not been able to get on the board here yet. 1-0 Florida. The only goal there by Spiritual for Florida in the first. And here's a broken shutout, and that's Colorado. Just when I said I was going to be shut out, didn't mean to jinx them, but Ironside scores. That's Buda Baker. The man without the hair like myself, scoring, getting on the board. 1-1, about 3 minutes in the second period. No pucks given. Start off with a power play here in the second period. Down the goal. Got about just under a minute left on that power play. Florida's going to get one here as well. Egg take a penalty. I didn't get the penalty call on that one, but power play chance here for Florida. See if they're able to extend this 1-0 lead. Right now, Toronto still scoreless. 3-0 in favor of Ottawa. Oh, my God. That was almost a disastrous play there. The right defenseman shooting right on the goaltender, Weber. But what great presence of mind there. Be able to make that save. So Ottawa almost scored for Toronto. That time it works. The clear attempt works that time. But, wow. Able to prevent just a devastating goal there almost. So at the end of 2, RJ, I'm sorry, it wasn't RJ, a.k.a. Poole, is the guy who scored the opener there for Boston. But Buda Baker answers right back 1-1 after 2. Pittsburgh, another goal here, and this man's having a tremendous night here so far, especially game one here for Pittsburgh, and that's Big Poopy with the goal. That's his second goal. A sizzle with the assist. And Poopy's got 3 points here tonight so far. He's got a point on every Pittsburgh goal thus far. Boston, Colorado. Colorado, time attack favors Colorado here so far. They got double the amount of shots, 8-4. But it's a power play where Boston able to capitalize. So far, that's the only Boston goal. We'll see what third period is in store here for both teams. Looks like Colorado just got to stay out of that box, But that one could go either way. Both teams, very competitive game there, just as expected. And we knew we were going to be in for a good one here tonight, and we are. Same thing with the Egg Series. Only one goal there so far, and that was Florida in the first. Nothing happening here in the second period. Still 1-0, about 4.5 to go in the second period. And first period finally comes to a close. Ottawa and Toronto, and it's 3-0 Ottawa. Still got plenty of time. That's one of the later games here out of the 4, but man, that's the man, Hoodler. 2 goals in the first period for Ottawa. And I believe he also got an assist on the other one. And here we go. Now it's going to be Egg's chance to go on the power play. Florida taking a penalty here. Just under 3 minutes to go in the second. Down 1. Can they tie this game up here? We got a tie game in Boston. 1-1 here, third period. After Buda Baker tied it up. Ooh, great chance there for Boston, but this Tado, I believe, is in net there, or Kerdog, doesn't matter. Both tremendous goaltenders, and I believe it's Kerdog. Yeah, Kerdog. So that was a nice split-legged save there by Kerdog. He still got it, Not man's not old, He still got it over there. I see you. Pittsburgh 3-1 in the second. 5 minutes to go. After Big Poopy. All over, no pucks given here so far tonight. Giving Pittsburgh that 2-goal lead here. Looking to put more goals. That was a great shot. But that one did not go in. Still remains 3-1. Final seconds of play. Egg in Florida. Florida holding that shutout. I believe Bishop is in net for Florida, if I'm correct. He's holding that shutout here. Final seconds. And after 2, Florida 1-0. Toronto gets on the board here right off the start in the second period. Let's tap it in with the goal, unassisted. So now it's 3-1. Still plenty of time. Like I said, Toronto Maple Leafs have plenty of time to make the comeback here. It's only a 2-goal game now, and they got almost full 2 periods left. A team where time's running down is for Egg. Look at that. Only 4 shots, 13-4 shots on net. We'll see what happens in the third period. Much better period though than the first. And Boston, right here in the third period, late goal, 9 minutes to go, and it's Poole, aka RJ, with his second goal of the game here, giving Boston the lead. But that did not last long, because a minute later here, 8-11 in the third, Colorado responds right back. And I believe that was Ferris Lund with the goal for Colorado. So back and forth. That's twice now, Boston's been able to take the lead in this game, but Colorado, as soon as they do, here comes Colorado just minutes or seconds later, ends up tying it. Colorado has not been in the lead in this game, though. 5.5 to go. Will we have overtime here, or will we see another RJ goal? If it does, that'll be a hat trick for him. He's got 2 tonight. Florida, Egg, 1-0. The only goal is by Spiritual in the first. Nothing else here so far. Time winding down for Egg. 15-minute mark here of the third period. Pittsburgh, no pucks given, about to start off period number 3. No pucks given right now, are down 2 in this one. No comeback here in Ottawa because Ottawa just tacked on another goal, and it's back to a 3-goal game there. 4-1 Ottawa. Looks like Toronto may have called a timeout. We got another goal here, and it's Florida with the goal. What a great pass on their last-second pass across, and that's a huge goal for Florida. Who's that? Putty? That's Spiritual again. Wow, so the second goal. The only guy scoring here in this game so far, and it's for the same team. McDollar is the guy who scored there for Ottawa, making it a 4-1 game. As Webb does not cover that one up. Decides to play it out. 9 minutes to go in the second period on that one. So now, Egg definitely in the hole here. Down 2 goals. Coming up to that halfway point of the third period. Final seconds here, Colorado-Boston. This one's still tied up. 13 seconds to go. And looks like we have a critical penalty coming up. Interference call against the Colorado Avalanche. The number 1 Avs. In the box here. Can Boston end this in regulation? And looks like Hoodler scores. That's going to be a hat trick for him. 5-1 Ottawa. And on that goal was Caminator who gave him that assist. So, I mean, Boston, Colorado, I mean, right now, big penalty. So that means Boston's going to start off with a power play opportunity to begin overtime. And they capitalized on their first one. That's how they got on the board. Remember that. So they're 1-for-1 tonight. They get another power play chance here to begin overtime. Can they close it out? Both teams will gain a point out of this one regardless the outcome, but I know both teams want to get that W. And we're going to have another goal for Pittsburgh. That might do it there because now it's 4-1, and that's Elgin Mullet with the goal. Poopy with the assist along with Oakland Dad. And that's 4 points for Poopy. So far, he's on that board there for every Pittsburgh goal. 4-1. And Egg able to score here. I believe that was Dutch scoring the goal. So hold the phone here. This one's not over yet. Florida was up 2-0. We got a 1-goal game now in the third. Still plenty of time for Egg to make this comeback, to tie this game up. Like I said, third period, then you got that real time 1 minute. So plenty of time there for Egg. It ain't over yet. And it was Colorado. I didn't catch that. I'm sorry. Colorado scores in overtime. And looks like it was Justin Hacken Darts with the goal there for Colorado in overtime. So he gets the goal, and Colorado defeats Boston in overtime. Final seconds here of the third period. Egg still down that 1 goal. They cut this deficit down to 1. Can they force overtime? Pressing up there. Ooh. Pass was miscalculated there. Still gaining control of the puck, though. Now Florida clears it out. 30 seconds to go. Sizzle scoring for Pittsburgh. 5-1 Pittsburgh. There's about 3 minutes to go there, so that one's just about done there for no pucks given. And we got a penalty called here against Florida, so things about to get interesting here. Let me actually get that one up here. And we got a goal, power play goal with 19.7 seconds to go. Wow, an egg. And that's Chum Lee coming up clutch for egg. Assist there by Brahma Bull. And this one's tied up. So looks like we possibly are going to get another overtime game unless something crazy happens here. Still some time here. 15 seconds to go in the third period. So Chum Lee says this one ain't over yet. Tie game here. Remember, Florida was up 2-0 in this game late in the third. But 2 goals here scored by Egg. And a big one there by Chum Lee. Brahma Bull and Dutch with the assist on that goal. And we're going to go to overtime. One second left here. I don't think they got enough time to take a shot here. So, what about that? 2. You know, and it's the top 4 teams here going at it. And is this a sign of what we're going to see in the postseason for the playoffs? Very well could be. That man right there tied the game. So, Egg almost on the verge of losing this one, but that goal right there is going to send this one to overtime. Looks like we got more goals for Ottawa here. Shore-handed nonetheless. And that's Hoodler with his 4th goal. Cam Nader on the assist. 6-2 Ottawa. And they still got the whole period left there. So they're not done yet. But this one here, 2-2. Who do you guys think is going to win here? Pittsburgh tacking another goal. Adding more salt to the wound there. That was Oakland Dad with the goal. And it's 6-1 Pittsburgh here. Pittsburgh sending a message out to the teams here tonight. You know, probably a bit heated there from last night. You know, they had some tough losses there against Colorado. And unfortunately, no pucks given. Get a frustrated Pittsburgh here tonight who's just totally dominating this one. Colorado and Boston starting off game number 2. If you're just tuning in, Boston had the lead there 2-1, but Colorado ended up tying it, sending it to overtime, and then winning it in OT 3-2 final. And we got an OT winner, and it's going to be Florida with the overtime goal. So, despite Chumley forcing the overtime here, it's E-Rock with the goal for Florida in overtime. Overtime game winner. So what a game. 2 back-to-back games. Like I said, we had 2 overtime games here so far. But they ended up quick in overtime. Quick goals. Like I said, that one was E-Rock, the right winger there for Florida, scoring and getting the W, the win. Bishop had a great net, job in net. Same thing with Ducky. Both goaltenders playing pretty decent here. But Florida almost lost here, man. They almost coughed up that 2-0 lead in this game. Egg made a great rush at the end there, but Florida still able to close this one out in overtime. Pittsburgh, no pucks given. That's going to be a final 6-1 for Pittsburgh. A lot more goals happening here in the third period. High scoring game, 7-3 here. Toronto scoring a couple goals here, but they still can't stop Ottawa from scoring. 7-3. And finally, Toronto gets a power play goal. I think they were like 0 for 4 here tonight so far, but that one counts. And is this one not over yet? I can't believe it. I mean, I thought this one, there's still a lot of time. So much time. I think because there's been so many penalties, and the time on this game just been, was that Buscemi that scored that one? I believe so, from the point. So it's a 3-goal game. But look, we got about 13 minutes to go. Make that 7-5. So Toronto, I believe this was a 6-1 game here, if I'm correct, or 7. And that's Viz with his second goal here, tapping in with the assist. And it's a 7-5 game right now. 2-goal game. So very manageable here for Toronto. They put themselves in a huge hole in this one. But in the third period, I don't know if Ottawa got too relaxed. Started taking things easy here. I mean, Hodler's having a monster night here, but they're only up 2. Speaking about 2 goals, Colorado scores right away in the first. Two goals back to back. So this one definitely favoring Colorado. Game 1, like I said, was more evenly, and Boston actually had the lead a couple of times, but in this one, it's Colorado 2-0 already with 5.5 in the first period. And I'm sorry, Toronto Maple Leafs, but that's how just the season is. Caminator scoring there, assisted there by Hodler with the assist. It's 8-5 Ottawa, and that might be the one that does it there for Toronto. Great run though, man. Great bounce back there after a awful start in this one. 3 goals with 5 to go. I don't see Ottawa blowing this one. So Colorado getting the 2-0 lead here in game number 2. They took game 1 in overtime and make this one 3-0. Still in the first. So the Avs, and that's a Hectic Pickle, putting up goal number 3 for Colorado with about a minute left in the first period. We're still in the first. And Hector Pico has all 3 goals here in game number 2. Gauthier gets his second goal, I believe, there for Ottawa. Now it's 9-5. Yeah, that one's about done. But what about Pickle, man? Hectic Pickle. We always talk about all these other guys here. Ferris Lund, Buda Baker, Wet Rody. But what about Pickle, man? I mean, this guy, hat trick in just the first period against Boston. It's not like he's not playing some of the bottom teams there like Ottawa or Pandas. This is against Boston, and he's got a hat trick in the first period. Will we see a Chumley performance here by Pickle? I mean, the way he's going here, he's on the verge of scoring 9. Speaking about scoring a lot of goals, that's Ottawa And that's Mr. McDollar menu. I believe that's a hat trick there for him. 10-5. It's going to be 10-6, but only about 30 seconds left to go there. And that's Viz. So despite a losing effort here, Viz still gets a hat trick there for Toronto. I believe that was Master Shotgun with the assist on that goal. Just notice I got some of the teams incorrect here because we were expecting some other games, but we got a four streamer here tonight. How awesome is that, man? And we're hoping to get the same thing here for the playoffs. You know. Oof. Gaultier knocked somebody out on that one. Oof. I believe that was Buscemi just getting nailed. Oh my gosh. Despite the blowout here, 10-6. Winning the fight there as well. Let me get this Pittsburgh one because that one's about done. 10-6 Ottawa. Game 2 starting here. Mainly all Pittsburgh in game 1. I believe it was 5-1 in game 1 or 6-1. Pittsburgh definitely coming out to play here tonight. Bouncing back after the tough loss there last night on MHL Tonight. You guys want to check that out? Check out the recording. We got that on the past streams there. That was from last night. Tremendous series, though, by both teams. And no pucks given. Taking a penalty here right off the bat. That's Scott Woodland with the interference call for no pucks given. So Pittsburgh power play will be coming on here. Ooh, great one-timer shot, but it's saved there. Minute and a half here on the power play now. Good job getting the puck out of the zone there by no pucks given. 40 seconds left here on this PK. Trying to get their guy back on the ice. Another shot, another save though. And oh, that almost worked. That was a great clearing attempt though. But this guy could not be able to play that. If he caught that, man, the right winger, that was a breakaway right there. I don't know if he was aiming for that or he just let the puck loose, but his guy was in the area to try and make that play. That would have been one hell of a play. I think we got a restart in Colorado-Boston because Colorado was up 3-0, but we may have some disconnects on that. And here we go, Pittsburgh. So they were not able to score on the power play, but regardless, they do get the goal here, and that's Big Poopy, who had a tremendous game 1. Gets on the board here again in game number 2. Oakland Dad with the assist. 1-0 Pittsburgh. Looks like the other 3 series waiting to start off. Ten-minute mark here. Pittsburgh, no pucks given. Only a 1 goal here so far. Pittsburgh took game 1. Like I said, I believe it was 5 or 6-1. Game number 1. Colorado has a restart there against Boston. And game 1 went to overtime, but Colorado closed that one out. They're up 3. They still got 2 more periods to play, though. against Boston. Ag and Florida still waiting to start game number 2. Florida winning game number 1 in overtime. So 2 overtime games in game 1. We'll see if we get any more here for game number 2. Ottawa and Toronto series was Ottawa 10-6 in game 1. Very high scoring game. I wouldn't want to be the goaltender in that series because a lot of goals happening on both sides. Hodler, I believe, had at least 4 goals in that game. McDollar-Manu had a hat trick in that one. And even Viz on Toronto had one. But, yeah, I guess, I mean, if you're looking to score a lot of points there, that's the series you want to be in as a skater, but not as a goalie. One goalie that's playing great here, it's for Pittsburgh. I believe Nagy might be in net there again. I know he was in there last night. I didn't see the lineup here, but I believe so. Holding a shutout here in the first period. So it looks like Colorado should be back on the way here again against Boston. And keep in mind, it's 3-0 Colorado after Hectic Pickle scored all three. All 3 there for Colorado in the first period. And period 2 on the way right now. Boston, you know, has a lot here that they need to try to bounce back. A minute and a half to go in the first. Only 1 goal so far for Pittsburgh. That was Big Poopy with the goal. The only goal so far. Final seconds to go. And we're going to have a penalty call here. A tripping call. And it's going to be again against no pucks given. Back on the PK. Successfully defended the earlier one. Let's see if they could prevent this one here. If not, Pittsburgh can go up 2 goals here. 20 seconds to go, though, in the first. Ooh, that shot would have counted, but it's going to go out of play. And about 3.4, I believe, seconds left. 3.7. Maybe one more shot here. But no pucks given is going to win that faceoff, so no shot there. But they're going to go after first intermission there. It's 1-0 Pittsburgh after a Big Poopy goal right there. Terry Hogan. Oh, yeah. Love that guy, man. Big Hogan fan here as well. And he's having a great night, man, for Pittsburgh. Hopefully he could do the same in the playoffs, in the postseason. I believe he had at least 4 points in the first game. Ag in Florida. This one's been fun to watch. Very competitive game. A very defensive game here tonight. Like I said, it was pretty quiet. But Florida got on the board. Took a 2-0 lead. But then Egg started coming back there in the third period. Forced an overtime. But Florida prevented the comeback there, scoring. Egg gets a point, though, in that loss here. Let's see what happens here in game number 2. And for Florida, because I believe Florida still has a makeup series. So they could definitely, if they could win here tonight, to secure that second seed, I believe, for the postseason, that'd be big. That's huge. You want to get the highest seed possible, No, I'm sorry. Yeah, Egg's got definitely a lot more points on there. It's they're battling Boston. Boston's the team that's right underneath them, tied in points 64 each. So with that Boston loss, Florida won. So Florida actually will be up by 1. So over Boston. That's big because um, the losing team there ends up having to play Pittsburgh in round number 1. And the way Pittsburgh's looking here tonight, I wouldn't want to play Pittsburgh in the first round. So big game here for both Boston and Florida. Boston didn't manage that 1 point, but with the Florida win, they got that 1 point advantage. And right now, Boston's in a big hole, down 3-0. And Florida, once again, just has game number 1. Get on the board first. So we got a goal. Look like at the 12:49 mark in the first period. So now that's twice, and that's Brown. Man can. Yes, he can. Scored a goal for Florida, 1-0. We may have a disconnect there in Pittsburgh as well. So it was 1-0. Yeah. So maybe it's a EA thing tonight. Luckily here on the Flam Fan Network, seems to be running. Everything seems to be running fine for me. So that's good. But yeah, looks like we're gonna have to get a restart in that one. That one's only 1-0. Colorado, like I said, is a 3-0 game. And Toronto and Ottawa 0-0 here, game 2. Which is a surprise after game 1, because game 1 had 16 goals combined by both teams, 10-6 final. So Boston, Colorado, looks like this one should be okay. Colorado's going to get a power play opportunity. I don't know if that's because of the result of the disconnect, and maybe so. Five and a half to go. Egg down 1-0 against Florida. Just like game 1, they had to battle back. They actually were down 2-0 in that one. You've got an icing call. So Egg's going to get a face-off in the offensive zone here, down 1-0. No pucks given. Like I said, that one's a restart happening there. And Scott Woodland is a big hardcore. That's the gamer tag there for no pucks given. I didn't have it before. I apologize for that. And it looks like it's Smoked Ninja in that. So it's not Nagy for Pittsburgh. It's Smoked Ninja. Big Smoked Ninja in that for Pittsburgh tonight. He only gave up 1 in the first game, and so this one he's got a shutout so far after first. More goals happening here for Colorado. Like I said, they're up 3-0 after that disconnect, and now it's 4. So 4-0. Ferris Lund with the goal. Pico has the other 3. And this one's not as close as the first one. Like I said, the first one did go to overtime. But right now, Colorado right on top. So you see a great highlight save there by Ducky. That prevented this from being a 2-0 game. But right now he's looking to get his team to get some offense going. Zero Ottawa. Wow. shots, 3-2 only after the first. So I guess both teams decided to play defense here in this one, because game one, that was not the case. Score after score, a lot of penalties taken. No penalties here in this one. No goals in this one. So, huge surprise. Pittsburgh here will get a power play chance to start period number 2. Up 1-0 against no pucks given. They took game 1, looking to sweep here tonight. The same with Ottawa. Will we see 4 sweeps here tonight? Even though how close these games have been for most. Right now, all teams that have won are up. Besides Toronto and Ottawa, that one's scoreless right now, but the other 3. Just tuning in. It says MHL Tonight here on the Flan Fan Network. We come to you guys live, 9 p.m. Eastern, every league night game so far. And we expect to do the same thing for the playoffs, which is going to be coming up next week. The final night here in the regular season. As far as like a full schedule, there might be maybe a series or 2 tomorrow. If we have at least 2 series streamed tomorrow, I'll do the show. But like I said, I don't expect that. I don't think there will. But if we do have at least 2 series tomorrow and it's streamed, I'll come on. If not, I'll see you guys in the postseason for sure, which begins Monday night, 9 p.m. Eastern, right here. Tune in to the Flan Fan Network. Keep yourself updated. Maybe I'll get a special guest here in the booth with me for the playoffs. More goals happening here. Power play goal this time, and it's Buda Baker with the goal for Colorado. Remember, that one has a disconnect. It's actually 5-0 Colorado. Hacken Darts had the assist on that last goal for Colorado. They still have a power play here. Florida Neg scores still 1-0. 12.5 to go in the second period. No pucks given. It's only down 1 here against Pittsburgh. Get a power play chance here. I said it was a 5. Was that a 5-minute major for Pittsburgh? Very well could have, because I've seen that power play there for quite a while now. But so much for that, though. They take a penalty, so we're gonna go 4-on-4. Face-offs for Toronto, 6-1 in favor of Toronto. Well, score still scoreless here. Just under 9 minutes to go in the second period. So maybe both teams did all their scoring in game 1. I mean, we saw 16 goals in that one. And it's 0-0 here in game 2. What a big reverse change there. Final seconds, Colorado-Boston. Boston still looking to get on the board in this one. They got 2 goals last game, but this game it's all Colorado, scoring 3 goals in the first, and looks like they got 3 goals here in the second, because it's going to be 6-0 with 7.8 seconds to go in the second, and that's going to be Pickle with his 4th goal of the game. Finally got a goal here, Toronto. And it's Toronto with the goal. What's up with that player name over there? But it's Buscemi, a.k.a. the real Al Bundy, scoring. Tap it in with the assist. And it's 1-0 Maple Leafs. 5 minutes to go in the second period. Egg, Florida. Just like Game 1. It's 1-0 Florida. And like I said, that's how Game 1 pretty much went. Florida got on the board early. We had a big drought there, nobody scoring. Florida then went up 2. And that's when Egg started coming back and forced overtime. And right now, Florida still up 1-0. And here comes a penalty, and this one's against Egg. I don't know if that was the Brahma Bull. Might have been a guy who got called for that tripping. So Florida on the power play here. 3.5 minutes left in the second period. Up 1-0. Final seconds. Toronto on the board 1-0 here. 6 seconds to go in the second period. And for Toronto, like I said, Buscemi I is the guy who puts Toronto on the board, and that's the only goal here so far. There he is. Pittsburgh getting another goal, and that's Oakland Dad, assisted there by Big Poopy, who's been having points on almost every Pittsburgh goal here tonight. And they score again. So 2 back-to-back goals. And I believe that's going to make it 3-0 Pittsburgh, because there was a disconnect in this game on here as well. And that's Sizzle. Sizzle with the goal. Elegant Mullet got the assist on that. 3-0 Pittsburgh. And Ninja in that there for Pittsburgh. I said right now he's holding that shutout. Only gave up 1 in the first game. So that's pretty good goals against right there. Colorado and Boston are in the third period. I said 6-0 Colorado. Not much shown here from Boston. Very competitive game in Game 1, but this one, it's all Colorado. 8.4 seconds left. Florida and Egg. Still 1-0 Florida. Got a late shot there, but Ducky able to make the save. So after 2, Florida up 1-0. Shots in favor of Florida 10-3. However, time of attack in favor for Egg 451 to 227. So they have the chances there. I don't know if it's the passing that's not connected. I mean, 81.2%. It's pretty good, but only 3 shots. Maybe getting a bit too fancy out there, or not taking the shots when needed. But they're gonna need to take the shots, like I said, because they need to score 1 here in the third period. It's do or die here. And Pickle again at goal number 5 as the Avalanche go up 7-0 against Boston here in the third period. Pittsburgh as well, scoring another one out. It's 4-0 Pittsburgh against no pucks given. Ottawa on a power play attempt here, down 1-0 against Toronto. Looking to break that shutout. 16-minute mark of the third period. That's going to do it there for Pittsburgh. Great period there. Extending that lead. Like I said, it's actually 4-0 right now for Pittsburgh. Heading into the third period. 2-4-4 on the power play. Got 1 more period left to go to hold that shutout win there for Pittsburgh. Florida also holding on to a shutout here against Egg. 1-0. 14 minutes mark there of the third period. Ottawa responds here in the third to tie this game. 1-1. I didn't get the goal on that one. I apologize. But the Ottawa Senators and Toronto, all tied up in the third. Boston finally getting on the board to break the shutout, but it's going to be not even close there. I got a lot more goals to make this even close at this point. It's 7-1 in favor of Colorado. That was Hammerlick scoring there for for Boston. And once again, for Egg, it's midway point of the third period. They were here before. Game 1, had a battle back. Can they do it again? They forced overtime in Game 1. Can they force another one here? No pucks given. Break the shutout there. And that's Jets killer again. Get on the board for no pucks given. But they're still down 3, 4-1, Pittsburgh. Now once in the third, Boston and Colorado about almost done there. 3.5 minutes to go. And with this loss for Boston and Florida right now is up. So that means Boston would be the number 4 seed. So Florida easily will move up to remain there at number 3. And as far as we're looking at the seeding here, it looks like it's going to be Pittsburgh and Boston in round number 1. That's probably will be the matchup here so far, unless things change here. Especially if Florida ends up winning this one. Oakland Dats scoring his second goal there for Pittsburgh. Now it's 5-1 Pittsburgh. Still plenty of time there, though. 13.5 to go. But not much time left here. Colorado, 49.5 seconds to go. It's 7-2 Colorado. Toronto regains the lead. So after the Ottawa Senators bounce back to tie it, Toronto takes the lead again. And looks like tap it in with the goal. Buscemi and I believe Master Shotgun with the assist on that goal. Can Ottawa tie it again? Florida on another power play here against Egg. Has not been successful though in this game, but as far as killing the clock, I mean, we're under the 5-minute mark now, so time definitely against Egg right now. Down 1 goal. Can they tie it late here again? It was Chum Lee, the guy that tied it in Game 1. Forced the overtime game. See if he does it again. Ooh, that was a great look, great pass, but unable to connect. And now it's 2 minutes to go. Final minutes or in Toronto too. 4 minutes to go. 2-1 game. Can Toronto hold the lead? And you know, I mean, Egg's fortunate it's only a 1-0 game. Took 3 penalties in this game, but Florida not able to capitalize on any of them. And that's why Egg's still in it here. But they're going to need to score. Like I said, it's under a minute to go. Looks like we may have a timeout called. And Caminator scoring for Ottawa with under 2 minutes left. And we're going to have a tie game here. All tied up. So very well could have overtime here, and maybe even in the Egg series should Egg capitalize here on this power play. But going the other way, breakaway. Ooh, Ducky with a huge save. So Egg still in it here. Still 1-0. A huge, tremendous save there by Ducky, keeping his team in it. And we're going to have an offsides call there, but Egg is going to have a power play here for the remainder of the third period. Almost a costly turnover on that short-handed opportunity breakaway, but Ducky with a huge save. His team still needs to get on the board. That's a great clear. That's going to kill off a lot of the time. They may have a shot or two left here on this rush. They get it to the offensive zone. 7 seconds to go now, and that might be it. I don't think they'll have any more rush left, and they won't. So Florida taking both games here against Egg. 1-0 final. It wasn't pretty, but they get the win nonetheless. I'm going to get the Ottawa series up close here because this one's going to overtime. Look how even this thing is. 12 shots to 11. Both teams 1 for 1 on the power play. Pretty even. 2-2 game. Game 1 had a lot more goals than this, but next goal is going to win it. Toronto had the lead twice in this game in the third period, but it was Ottawa who ended up tying it twice and send this game to overtime. Ottawa took game 1, 10-6 final. Can they take game 2 here? Got a goalie perspective cam on this one here for you guys tonight, courtesy of Webzy. Make sure you guys hit them to follow there on the Twitch account. Get you guys that link once. It's twitch.tv/Weber, WEBER 61645 on Twitch. Just want to thank all the other guys that streamed here tonight as well. Dartalis, that's DARTHALAS 1620 on twitch.tv. As always, Dutch, twitch.tv, Dutch MDK. And for Colorado was twitch.tv/RSARAI number 10. So both Colorado, like I said, takes both. So does Florida. So both teams sweeping there. Looks like Pittsburgh's going to sweep. No pucks given. So the only game left here is this one here. Ottawa and Toronto in overtime. After Ottawa, like I said, forcing this one here, getting 2 goals in the third period to tie this game twice. But Toronto almost getting the OT winner right there, but a better save by Weber. And Ottawa's going to go the other way. Oh, I thought we lost the stream there for a second. I'll close the other ones out. So what a night here tonight. With this game, we had 3 overtime games here tonight. Very competitive game 1 between Boston and Colorado. Not much for game 2 though. And Egg and Florida series, that one was close all night. Like I said, we had an overtime game there as well. But Florida ended up taking both of the games. 3-2 in overtime game 1, and then 1-0 game 2. Both games 1-goal games. Could have went either way easily. And in this one here, it's Ottawa looking try to get the sweep here. They took game one. They're gonna end up with 3 points at least here tonight. But a win here will give them 4. So as far as the standings, like I said, with the Boston and Pittsburgh, since Florida took 4 points here tonight, and Boston only 1, it'll be Florida that will have that number 3 seed. So if that's the case, that means if my my addition here is right, it'll be Boston against Pittsburgh, round 1, and that should be a great series. Pittsburgh and Boston, they've had some good regular season games, and I don't expect the playoff game to be any different. Was that McDollar menu? Took the penalty, I believe so. So Toronto will have a power play chance here in overtime. We're at the 4-minute mark here in OT. No goal yet. Definitely a lot of goals in game 1. All they need is 1 here, though. Ooh, that was very close. Just wide. The rebound almost was put in there. That's going to get it out of the zone. 20 seconds now left on the power play. Ottawa and Toronto. I said this one has no playoff predicament on it, but both teams giving it all here. Last game of the regular season. You love to see it. Love to see this type of action here. And that's what the Moose Hockey League is all about. Finish the season. It's all about He's still getting 6v6 hockey. He's still getting Mr. Hollywood play-by-play here, commentary, live MHL Tonight. Ooh, that would have what a great read there by the left defenseman. Otherwise, that would have been a goal. Toronto almost needling that pass there. One minute left in overtime. No goal yet. 2-2 game here between Toronto and Ottawa. We had 3 overtime games here tonight for MHL Tonight in one night. 4 series. And like I said, 3 of them went to overtime. This one possibly may go to double overtime if nobody scores within the next 35 seconds. Puck going all the way around. Toronto able to hold it. Shot on that. Rebound. Oh! What a back-to-back save by Websy. So Weber, man. Huge save right there. Game-saving save. And this one's not over. 4 seconds left. So Toronto having a great chance opportunity to try to end this one, but unable to do so. And that's the man for Toronto. Trip aces and Weber for Ottawa. 2 goaltenders stepping it up here tonight. So we're getting extra hockey here. Overtime. You guys making me work overtime here tonight. So what do you guys think? Who's going to take this one? 2-2. Double overtime. I mean, we've seen some good performance by Hoodler here tonight for Ottawa. Same, I know Toronto's missing a couple guys there, some guys filling in, but giving Ottawa a run at it here. We're in double overtime. We've got two tremendous goaltenders. Hopefully we're not here all night. There must be a winner. So here we go. Start of overtime number 2. It's our final series left for tonight. Like I said, I'll give you some score updates. It was Pittsburgh taking both games there against no pucks given. Colorado escaping overtime in game 1 against Boston, but then dominating game 2, so they took both as well. And we had a sweep for Florida against Egg. Florida as well, winning in overtime, and then 1-0 final shutout win for Florida in game 2. And then over here we had Ottawa winning 10-6 in game 1. But it's a tie game, 2-2 here in double overtime. Tripp with 17 saves for Toronto in this game. So he's definitely seeing a lot of puck here tonight, especially game 1. But this game, coming out with some huge saves. Same thing with Webb. Like I said, Toronto had a very good chance to close this one out there late in that overtime, but no goal. We still stand here in overtime 2. I thought it said overtime 4 there for some reason, but it's second overtime here. Got a breakaway chance almost. Ooh, is it gonna be a tripping call? And it's a penalty shot. That was not good. I mean, I don't think he needed to do that. I can't believe they gave him that penalty shot, but tap it in. Who's already got a goal here tonight. Can he close this out here for Toronto? 101 against Websey. Here we go. And he can't bury it wide. And game must continue. Tripp in the chat saying he would never allow 10 goals. Oh, man. Okay. So there was a goalie swap. That's what I thought, man. I didn't think he wasn't in game 1. And, okay. So sources say right. It's definitely a much different game than game 1. I'll tell you that. But what a huge... Now, that's 2 great saves here in overtime. Overtime 1 and overtime 2 for Websey. You know, Tripp Aces has a lot of saves here tonight in this game, but in overtime it's Weber. Weber with some huge saves, especially penalty. I mean, you get a penalty shot save in overtime. Now he needs his boys to come out there and try to score one. Got a goalie showdown here live on MHL Tonight. You gotta love it. Ooh, tip in front there, I think by Master Shotgun. But no goal. Game goes on. 12:28 here in overtime number 2. Toronto trying to close this out here. Both goaltenders standing on their heads here tonight. And another penalty taken here. So they had the penalty shot opportunity. Now Toronto gets a 2-minute power play opportunity here. 11:23 to go. They're 1 for 2 on the power plays here tonight. 50%. But next one will be big because it'll be the overtime winner. Here we go. Face off. Toronto takes it in the zone here. Looking for a pass, a shot. but another save, and he's going to cover it up. So Toronto getting some good looks, you know. They got the power play here. Eventually, one's got to go in, right? Another face-off win by Toronto. And there's a backhand shot. Busemi. Puck still in the zone around the net. But finally, Ottawa maintains and they're going to clear down the ice. 20 seconds to go on the power play. Toronto rushing forward here now. Bring it in. There's the shot. There's the goal. Overtime winner. Toronto tops Ottawa in overtime despite Weber with some huge saves there. But it's going to be Toronto. So the series will split here 1-1. Great comeback win there. Like I said, I mean, Ottawa came back twice in that one, but it's Toronto in overtime, double overtime, scoring there. I didn't get the guy who scored that one, but it was a great pass in front, and like I said, not much could have been done there. Weber played great. Definitely not his fault on that one, but tremendous series there. Great showcase there by both teams, and we had a good one here. A lot of overtime games here, a double overtime game, and we're hoping to have that same type of action for the playoffs. That starts Monday night, fellas. Remember, I'm going to try to be here all week long next week for the playoffs. Every series, every game we're hoping to get on here. So if you stream, like I said, just make sure one guy on each of the series gets the stream up. We'll have the quad stream going for all the playoff games. It'll be happening here at the Moose Hockey League. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Have a good night, everybody.